Nelson, how hammered are you right now? Welcome to the show.
Oh, I'm hungover, just like normal.
I was too this morning. It was bad.
So was I.
You guys do some Halloween shit this weekend?
Yeah, my wife and I went to a party in our apartment complex last night.
Right on.
Like 10 Stone IPAs.
Hey, can you guys hear the dishwasher in the background?
Yeah,
Fuck. All right, one sec.
It's not that bad.
it's really loud.
Hey, Cody.
Hey, Zale.
I'll be there. I just checked. I'll be there the 30th, like the last weekend of November, first weekend of December. So like the 30th, 1st and 2nd.
Oh, my God. I'll put it on my calendar. Baby. What happened? Stop doing that.
I can do what I want. Bitch.
Ooh. How's everybody feeling today?
Tell me how hungover you are.
Drunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Halloween party hit me hard last night.
Yeah, dude.
Everybody's just following suit.
Well, it's my wife's a bunch of friends that she met in the apartment complex, and she's like, "You're coming to this party?" And I was like, "If I'm meeting people I don't know, I'm getting hammered."
I made the mistake of drinking like a ton of alcoholic eggnog on Friday, and I was fucked.
You drink beer?
Do I drink beer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'll go get a beer.
Globalist shill. Dude, one of the funniest things ever. Trump went on during like an interview, and he said, "I am not a globalist."
I am globalist.
Started dying. Of course, globalists. But only a globalist would say he's not a globalist.
Mm-hmm. Just like the reptilian elite run everything secretly.
Oh, fuck.
Making the porgs gay.
There.
What shit has happened? What is that? Wheat.
Boulevard American Wheat Beer. Got in a variety pack. It's pretty good.
Dude, is that a Last Jedi t-shirt? Looks pretty sweet.
Ooh. Yeah, I got this one at the movie theater.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
$15, so not bad.
$15, little man. Put that
We
shit.
also got the light side one too, but they were sold out when I went back to get it the next day.
I gotta reevaluate my Star Wars shirts. Some of them are getting fucking warm, man.
To reevaluate.
I do. I have to like head out to Kohl's and just drop like a $50 on Star Wars shirts or something.
So you bought 2 shirts. $50 equals 2 shirts.
That's not true at all.
Sweet Kyle.
Yeah, it is actually.
Two for 20.
Yeah, not around here.
Well,
He's best.
Not around here.
two for 5 or 4 for 4. We got this. Mr. Allen's is out. I think originally Mr. Allen's is out of Detroit, but they used to sell discount like pants and shit and
Discount pants and shit.
Dude, but they would. It'd be like 1 for 3 or 4 for 3. Like what the fuck?
Is that the same?
Mr. Allen's. Right there, one of those boots. 29 or 2 for 50. Here we go. Share this shit.
All right, this is goldness.
It's probably not even going to be that good.
That's true.
But this is the shit we grew up with.
Yeah, they're not going to understand this. Except I don't even remember these ads.
New arrivals, boots, Dickies, Nike, for an ad or 250.
So dumb.
There was always that little cartoon character flying in.
It's catchy, and you still remember it this many years later, so it worked.
Yeah, almost as bad as that fucking raper that sells furniture.
My name is Mike.
You can count on it.
Yeah.
If you can't get credit here, you can't get credit anywhere.
I was actually in a PewDiePie video, like cringy commercials or whatever.
He was Taco Bell to him, and because they were doing like bad local stuff, and he did a Taco Bell commercial.
Let me try this.
This is the chalupa. Buy it. Like it was fucking.
Dude, that's like just a thing, man. Bad advertising. Remember the Taco Bell chalupa dog or chow? What the fuck was it?
Yeah.
Hero Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hero Taco Bell.
So racist.
Still remember it.
That's because you're racist too, Kerner.
That commercial wasn't racist. There was nothing racist about that commercial.
It was raceful, actually.
I'm just kidding. Sorry.
I think the point of a commercial is you remember it, and that's why it's there. Yeah.
Kerner, you should get an advertising job.
All right.
I seriously, I want to see commercials produced by Kerner.
Everybody's fired.
KernersCommercials.com.
KernersCommercials.com. Well, you see,
In a room with
I
Kyle
sell
Selby
this
with
pizza,
Ed.
so I'll put it next to a big fat ass, so everything sells.
Oh man. Yeah, sex does sell, so yeah, that probably would work.
That's true. How are you feeling, Kerner? I heard you got hammered last night.
No, I'm fine. A lot of standard IPAs.
You had some fruity drink there in the middle of it.
Huh? Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Blacked out halfway through. We rolled the dice, went downtown Cleveland. We actually went to the Cavs game last night. Yeah,
I wasn't invited.
Oh, that was a nightmare.
Abysmal basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Cody, you should have suited up. You probably would have played better.
Oh, yeah. It was bad.
Just stand under the basket and get rebounds. I'm short compared to those folks,
What
though.
do I do with this thing?
What? Why is it so round?
Why is it so round?
Is there a button I can click on this?
Down B. Down B.
It's on a microphone. I don't get it.
Terrible.
All right. Yo, I got that Rogue One Steelbook. I got it in Italian by mistake.
Oops.
The Stormtroopers.
So
Oh,
it's an
it's
actual-
like full-on Italian.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Maybe I'll give it to my father-in-law.
Wait. It's an actual book or DVD?
As soon as I saw that.
DVD.
Disco bonus.
Disco
It
bonus.
says
That
disco
sucks,
bonus.
man. I'd be pissed if I were you. Return that shit.
Well, I will, but it's funny. I can talk about it.
like, why is this available?
Yeah,
I got
For
it.
Italians who like Star Wars.
Oh, you bought it on Amazon, you freak.
This is the first time Amazon's ever fucked up an order for me.
Oh, you dice. Oh, wow.
You dice rolled.
That's not your fault, though.
That's the opposite of rolling the dice. People get everything from Amazon.
I know. But yeah, there are drawbacks to get shit online like that. You can't like look at it before you fucking buy it.
Distruzio dell'Imperio.
You ever watch like? Remember? I think we used to do it. Or maybe it was on like cousin. We watched Dumb and Dumber in like Spanish and just crack up because it was so ridiculous.
We've never done that.
Yeah, I wasn't with you guys. I would just do that in my own time because I'm fucking weird.
You finally admit it.
Savage.
You watch a movie so many times, like, oh, let's watch it in Spanish and see what it sounds like. A studio.
It literally just says Rogue One Steelbook. It doesn't say that it's in a different format or whatever.
Is the DVD in Italian too? Does it default to
I
Italian?
didn't pop it in yet. I should, though.
Oh my god. You got the wrong one.
Oh, I see it all the way here at the bottom. Italian. Oh, it says English as well.
Oh, you're good.
I'm good.
Is it like an Italian dub?
It's probably pretty bad.
I think it's it's Italian is standard, then you have to change it to get to English. And the back,
Standardness.
Is you guys should watch it, get drunk, and then try and figure out what they're saying without the subtitles on.
it just that's a great idea.
That's a whole slew. We could do that with every episode. That's just where she says something about her bagels and shit. Like, what? Like, I want to hear an Italian Chewbacca scream. Or an Italian.
the same, probably.
I want to hear it with like an O at the end. Oh. Triggered.
La.
La.
Guess that'd be French, though.
He just does like a lot of hand motions with it.
Yeah, the whole time you just see.
He's talking with his hands the whole time.
They unnecessarily put a mustache in Chewbacca.
There's a
Yeah.
mustache on everybody, including the women.
I cannot train him. He's too old.
He's too old.
He's too old to begin the training.
It's just like Mario. Old guy. It's me, a Yoda.
God. There might be something there. We could probably.
I'm doing it whether you are doing it or not.
Well, it's settled then.
So I got to text myself the name of this episode.
Might as well. You get so balls deep in a movie, you doesn't fuck around.
Man, there ain't no Star Wars shit coming out. Boba Fett's canceled. No one cares.
All the fucking idiots.
I'm all right with that. They was unconfirmed to begin with, and I don't need the Mandalorian and a Boba Fett film.
More clones.
I want more everything. I'm
You
totally
want more clones.
a movie once a year.
This
All
is
I need to do.
this is my overall
Twice a year.
this is my overall thought on this.
What's your overall thought on it?
Is I would rather have a film or a series about a species or a guild of people rather than an entire film or series about one guy. You are limiting yourself so much. I want you do
Unless it's Darth Vader. Unless it's Darth Vader.
unless it's Darth Vader.
Well, Han was about one guy, but then you got a bunch of other bonus shit with him.
But I'm not saying I didn't like Han.
They would do the same thing with Boba Fett.
I'm not saying I didn't like Solo, but
Boba Fett.
like if there was like a Scoundrels or like a Spice Runner.
Yeah, like what if
Film?
Boba Fett was going to be number 2 in the Solo trilogy sequence thing?
Spice Girl film.
Well, I'm
Sequel
saying
to
like
Solo.
even though it was called Solo, it was about a band of fucks.
Yeah.
Instead of just being about Solo.
Fuck band 2.
Dude, I'm balls deep for Mandalorian. I've always thought the Mandalorians were sweet. I thought they should be the villains in the prequels or the new trilogy. The
They
Mandalorians.
could be. That's
should
what they
be.
need to do. Yes, it doesn't need to be an alien race. It doesn't need to be just the dark side. It needs to be a military,
Yeah, like someone like,
military that wants to take over.
and the leader should be
Well, then
someone
if you
like
want that, you might as well have a fucking series about the Kaleesh with General Grievous.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
were
Why not?
more warrior-like, more militaristic than anybody else was.
General Grievous origin story.
Do it.
His
About
race was very warrior and militaristic.
Warrior-esque.
Yeah, that'd be
Or
sweet.
the Chiss.
With the Chiss and the
all the
Mandos
blue guys.
team up and kill the Resistance and the First Order.
Yeah, it could be something along those
That would
lines.
be sweet.
I
I just
kinda want
I
some,
picture
like-
someone like Candace as like the leader would be awesome. Some asshole like that would be sweet. Just mouthing off to the Jedi.
I just
Oh,
kind of
yeah, he just talking shit. Oh yeah, Obi, I fucked your girl last night. So what do you think about that? This guy's an asshole.
That'd be funny.
Obi Kenobi.
I've always liked the Mandalorians. I don't know. I think that's something they should have done with the new trilogy is a different villain.
Yeah, they had to root it in some classic shit though.
Isaac was gonna say something drunk and then he muted himself.
Hammer.
I really just want to see like old Republic stuff. Like it doesn't have to be Revan and all that, but like I'd like to see origins of the Jedi or Sith. That'd be amazing.
That would be really cool. Big time.
This is it. It doesn't. Okay, we're doing an origin story about the Jedi. It's not supposed to be called Jedi: an origin story. Like call it the Civil War, and then in the Civil War, whatever you create, make it like scenes about how everything began. Like it doesn't need to be spelled out. I feel like the movies that they're putting out is the whole Anakin ray shields. Let me explain everything through the title or what the fuck I'm saying. Just make a good film. Make it about a conflict. Don't make it about a character.
I agree.
And yeah, they
Don't
can
try to
still
write a story for a character, write a story and put characters in it.
Yes, exactly. Well, now remute yourself.
That's a good thing that the Dark Knight. That's a good thing that Christopher Nolan's Batman series did. He basically just made a movie and used the characters.
No, but that's exactly it. And I feel like they're doing the opposite. They're making movies about the characters, not making stories to put the characters in. No, I'm going to talk about that on the show. That's a very, very good point.
We have a show tonight?
Actually,
Oh, I'm too sober to podcast. You know that?
I'm too sober. There's an issue. Gotta go back.
It's going to be a terrible round of episodes.
Very sober.
You know, drinking Commander.
No, I am tonight. We just ran out of beer because I drank it.
Thought maybe you were balls deep in sober October. You know.
Oh
No,
my
we're going to
God.
do no drink November. So that
No, we're
this is
doing
our
only opium October. So we're just next year. That's going to be coming around. We're no drinks though.
Only hardcore drugs.
which just shoot up on the start of every episode. What
Hey,
is
guys. Joke.
Nice. Good day, Galaxy. Welcome.
It's now going to happen. Cody nodding off on camera.
I just
Novocaine November, where our jaws we can't feel. What the fuck is the show about?
Dude, Novocaine's fucked up, man. Remember the last time I got a filling? I couldn't eat in like 4 hours. Like, what the fuck?
You know what's funny is I I get a lot of cavities. I don't know why. I think it's genetic, but they've never.
Candy. Stop eating candy all the
I
time.
swear to God, my dentist.
Coffee.
I break my knee all the time. I think it's
Coffee.
Jeez, you shouldn't have been such a big bitch. You can have all your weight up high. You should have been low on the ground.
not too tall.
Yeah, your tip
Continue
over
with your
ratio.
story.
There was one time I went to the doctor, man. That's what happened. But I've never had Novocaine. I've had cavities drilled and filled, and they never gave me Novocaine.
What about the sleeping gas?
No, nothing. Because he
Just
said,
absolute savage like that?
yeah, he said basically, he'd be like, it's not going to be a long enough drilling for me to even shoot a needle into your gums. Like, it's not just one needle sometimes. They're like, oh, we're going to have to shoot it from 2 different angles to completely numb the area. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? And he's like, I'm just going to drill on it. Hold on, baby.
Just hold on to something.
He was just a straight 60s wild dude. Like bandana, dropping acid, and then like in his 60s, he was just like, I'm just going to start drilling on people's teeth. So, dude, he had pictures of him at Woodstock on his wall.
That's sweet.
While he was drilling on my face.
Is this in Cleveland or in Columbus?
This was in Cleveland. Actually, it was right on Girdle Road. He lived down the street from my parents.
Oh,
Like, did you get out of the fucking house or something?
In his basement, a brick house.
Like the Joker in that beginning of Batman when he goes to that random doctor in that back alley to get fixed up. Dentist
I
appointment.
know your guy. He uses a tree trimmer and some shears. He fixes people's faces. Oh,
Just a set of fucking pliers from Lowe's. Yanks your teeth right out of your mouth. I was going to say something, but I forgot it.
Oh, drunk.
I'm sober. That's why I can't remember anything.
That's your problem.
I agree with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
we drank all my beer. What do you want to have then?
Dude, I told the guys next door that we could have some beers, and then they drank too many of them. We need stuff to review in November that isn't beer.
Yeah, so if you guys have any suck,
I have a suggestion.
do it.
Fantastic Beasts 2, The Crimes of Grimwald. That's not beer.
What's that?
Fantastic Beasts 2.
Yeah.
The Crimes of Grimwald.
Mediocre
It's not
Creatures
beer.
7.
It's not beer. You said not beer, so review that.
Magnificent Insects 3.
Sorry.
Or,
But that's only 1 week.
I got something better.
Turner, stop talking.
I got something better. The final season of House of Cards, which comes out November the 2nd.
Oh,
How
yeah.
about that? We can review that. It's a whole fucking season long.
Shameless.
The whole month.
Talk about that
The
anyways.
whole fucking month of
We
November.
just do Shameless. Every episode that Fiona gets naked. Every episode that Fiona gets naked is the one I'm gonna like. 3 out of 3 stars. Saw a nip slip.
Well, you wanted suggestions, so I gave it to
Saw
you.
one whole ass. 4 out of 3.
Frank Gallagher's crotch. 0 out of 3.
There are some big shots in that show too.
Yeah.
Flipping
You
and
guys should review kombuchas. That's what you should do.
God.
Like those probiotic.
Well, if I am not drinking through November just to get healthy, that probably makes sense.
Those
I
things-
actually like kombucha, though.
I like it, but it hurts my stomach.
Nutrition drinks and shit.
Luca's always fucked with me.
My wife would say it hurts your stomach because you need to get your gut fixed.
Well, I tell your wife to fix my gut with her moon rocks.
She'd do a ritual under the moonlight for your stomach. My wife's out there like casting sage and doing fucking full moon.
I actually looked it up because I was like, Kamuga's supposed to like keep you regular and like fix and it's like good
It helps
bacteria.
Your helps your gut.
And I looked it up and it said some people can be affected badly to it.
Negatively.
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 Maybe you had too much.
I would do maybe 1 every 2 days.
You drink a whole thing though.
Yeah.
Like maybe if it hurts your stomach, just have half a bottle instead of a whole bottle.
Well, what am I gonna do with the other half? I'm not gonna keep it.
for tomorrow.
It's gonna grow into a goddamn fucking Bulbasaur or whatever the fuck. That shit you don't get. What's a stupid? You can't do it.
Imagine buying a drink that if you pour it out, it turns into a Pokemon.
It's gonna turn into like a green symbiote. It's gonna take me over. I'm gonna be Snot, the symbiote.
Razor leaf attack coming out of your fridge.
Razor leaf, yes. Vine whip.
Why would you
Vine
say that?
That's what happens, dude. I can handle it when it's cold and fresh, but I am not drinking 1 day old kombucha. I call it kombucha.
Yeah, stop doing that.
That's why I was
There's an H in there. fuck? Snots.
How do we convince you to start calling it bukkake?
Bukkake.
What is bukkake?
No.
Can someone explain to me what bukkake is?
Kerner?
Explain that one to us.
I know exactly what it is. I was
Little
dying.
mommy and daddy love each other.
And there's 7 daddies involved.
Yeah, no, seriously, those videos are kind of fucked up. I have a hard time watching that.
We just Alex Jones ourselves. We're kick off of every platform there is.
Yeah,
See, don't get me wrong, I've watched them, but I'm like, it's not my favorite thing. Next topic.
I'm glad to know Kerner occasionally draws the line at bukkake. So
yeah, like 4 months is bad, but I've had enough for about a month.
Occasionally draws lines. Some.
it's all pretty gross afterwards. So
Well, why are we even here? The rails that we were supposed to be on do not even exist anymore.
Let's get more
into the
reviews
ditch.
from different types of porn from Kerner.
No.
and that's what we're going to do in November.
Yeah, instead of beers, we'll review Pornhub categories. Somebody said frozen dinners.
Frozen dinner.
Right? 4
What?
topics.
Frozen
You only
dinners.
do one show a week, so four episodes. It's not that bad.
Yeah, somebody said frozen dinners.
That's really weird.
I know. That's why they said it.
Why
I
would we
kicked
do
him
that?
out of the group chat right as soon as he said that.
I suggest
It was Riley, of course. Clearly.
your favorite pops, favorite pop, man. Sprite, Dr. Pepper, whatever.
Fanta orange.
Fanta orange.
Yo, Fanta's legit.
Remember those Want to Fanta commercials?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good commercial. You remember it.
Yeah.
Dude, it works. It's still in my brain.
Didn't it have smoke shows in it?
Yeah. Smoke shows on jet skis singing
I think
Fanta.
so. Yeah, they did. That's probably the main
That was
reason.
good. That's what this podcast is lacking.
Girls on jet skis?
A big ass.
Yeah, you got. I've been saying that for a while. You guys need to have some fucking rock and smoke show. In studio.
That ass.
You know, we should have the wives on the show.
No.
No, we
No.
can't do that.
No.
It needs to be
No.
some random fucking
No.
crazy
No wives.
cosplayer.
Yeah, wives.
No
No
what?
wives. No
Oh,
wives.
No girls allowed.
No wives.
No wives.
No
What do you-
wives.
No what?
What about husbands?
I don't think any of us have a husband.
Yeah, well, I'm pro gay, but I'm like, yeah, no one understands
Yeah, none of us have a
We
husband.
all have to hear the background of Kerner's thoughts and reviews. Personally,
I'm a registered pro-gay Democrat. Husbands on the episode is okay.
but I don't want to see it, but I'm okay with it.
Dude, is anybody else overwhelmed with fucking political ads like on YouTube and stuff right now?
Yeah.
Next week? It's
Dude, I
driving
was
me
on
nuts.
Facebook. I clicked on one video, watched it, and you know how you can just scroll into the next video or whatever suggested. I scrolled, and it went to like a sponsored ad.
Yeah.
And it put in a 15-second ad in front of the ad video.
Dude,
I was like, what is happening right now? I'm waiting to wait.
Zuckerberg's got to get paid, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, my
here,
God.
Here in Florida, it's a nightmare because of Rick Scott up against Bill Nelson. Andrew Gillum, the first African-American man to ever be nominated to run for governor of Florida against Rick DeSantis, who was a big-time Trump guy. It's a nightmare down here.
yeah.
And you turn on the fucking TV, and it's ad after ad after ad. It doesn't stop.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop. I don't turn on my TV anymore. I turned on my TV today to watch 2 football games.
Football.
And then both teams lost.
Touchdown.
Still ad after ad after ad. I'm sick of seeing the faces of these fucking guys. I can't wait.
No,
until
that's the thing. When an ad runs so much, it just gets to a point where it annoys you. Same thing with a movie. Like, they just drill it into me, and I get to the point where I don't even want to see it if they advertise it so fucking much.
Football.
Yeah, they're also the most ridiculous ads, too, that make no sense. Like, this guy murders children. You should vote for me instead.
Yeah. Well, it's like anything, just too much of it. Even if you love a song, if you play it over and over again, like when you used to listen to the radio, it killed the song because you've heard it so much.
That's not true.
Like the fucking Sunflower song.
Not, yeah.
He plays that song every single
Wait,
night.
what? What's it?
What song?
That fucking Sunflower song. Sunflower, the sunflower. I swear to God, if you play it one more time, I'm going to blow your fucking head off.
That's
Never even heard of
that's
that.
A new,
so.
that's
Oh,
an intro
God.
music.
It's a good song, but when someone plays
I'm gonna
it
cue that up.
tonight,
I never heard that song.
He's gonna get
well,
pissed off and leave the song, leave the chat, leave the.
I love how they twist the political ads. I saw one that said, like, this guy got in the office, and when he got in office, there was $1 billion available. When he got out of office, there was 0 available. Do you want to vote for him again? I'm like, that's his job, is to spend the tax money.
Is to spend money.
Like, that's what they're doing, is managing our tax money. Just because he invested it, you're like, this motherfucker's cheap.
This guy spent all of our tax dollars on cocaine. Is that how you want in the office?
Cocaine, hookers, and
Hookers.
Oh, yeah.
Hookers.
Remember the Ultimate Savage, not in America, that Toronto mayor? That dude was an absolute
Rob Ford.
Oh, dude, that dude was awesome. Did he like?
Dead.
He's dead now.
He's dead.
He did?
Dead.
Yeah.
Too many drugs and hookers.
Yeah.
I did.
I'm pretty sure he overdosed on coke.
Oh no, he did. He died. He died a few years back. He's dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys? We were just talking about it with my father about the. I think it was a senator. They were doing like a.
say father?
My father.
Yeah, he's my father.
The fall.
So I was talking to him about that one. I think he was running for senator, and it was him against like 2 ladies, and they were doing a back and forth, and they were talking about marijuana. And they're like, "Did you know, 10 minutes after you smoke a joint, that it increases your chance of heart attack by like 20%?" And he goes over and he goes, "Oh, jeez!" And he falls onto the ground, falls around on the ground, and they're all like, "This motherfucker over here, like, clearly I smoked 20 minutes ago to deal with you bitches. Like, come on." Hilarious.
When you smoke weed, a child in Africa dies.
Yeah,
that's how silly some of those arguments are. What are you doing?
Trying.
Yeah, what's with the new table? Is that what the fuck?
It's not a new table.
This is actually a very old table. Thank you for noticing.
It's not that old.
1994.
What happened to Phasma? Did you burn it?
What?
Oh yeah, what did happen to Phasma? You had it.
The book?
Oh, the cutout.
Phasma cutout.
Oh shit! Sorry. Yeah, it's in the basement. That thing's fucking huge. Takes a lot of space.
Yeah, I figured that thing is huge.
As tall as me. I take up a lot of space.
Guest star.
Yeah, it's down in my storage down in the basement. With all a bunch of my other old shit.
We should do Star Wars World Star videos somehow.
Is that a new Boba Fett right behind you guys?
No.
Yeah.
Nothing's new.
I do have a new print from Sparks, but I haven't hung it up yet. It's the same as this Kylo, but it's Boba Fett. But I haven't hung it up.
No, I feel like to the left of Gal Gadot is. I've never seen that.
I don't know what Kerner's talking about.
Football.
The Boba Fett. I never noticed that.
I need a print of Snoke killing someone.
Has anybody bought Red Redemption or whatever? Red Dead Redemption?
Nope.
Never bought it.
I've heard it's like 60 hours of gameplay.
The first one? Oh, who's this?
Zale.
Yeah.
Have you put
You don't have time to edit our videos, but you got fucking time to play Red Dead Redemption.
It's been on pause for like an hour.
With school.
It's a homework assignment. Go home.
Come on.
It's true.
History.
Yeah.
Who put up the post? It looked like someone had a Nintendo 64 Red Dead Redemption or something.
I saw you.
That was funny as fuck.
Yeah, because I saw a motherfucker post it, so I stole it.
I stole it.
Because I thought it was hilarious. It's a brand new game, and someone had it on a NES cartridge. Viva la Bam.
Oh, I thought it was N64.
Oh, it's gone.
That's what I meant. N64. What did I say? NES?
NES.
You did say 64, didn't you?
That's what I said.
Colonel, use your ears.
That NES. Let's just get recorded, damn it. So we'll figure this shit out later.
I'm going back and auditing this entire episode. Football.
Football.
USF Bowl. Who's that?
Yeah. That's the University of South Florida.
Bullshit. 77.
Oh, that's a fucko.
Fucker.
Florida Bulls, somebody like that.
Smoke a bowl.
Browns lost today. Very shocking.
What did he say?
Browns lost.
Browns lost again.
Oh.
Clearly.
I was so shocked. I can't believe it. I thought this was their year.
Pulled it out.
Today.
What's that?
Who are the Browns playing today? Who are the Browns playing
Steelers.
today?
It was at in Pittsburgh against the Steelers, and it was.
Which is fucked up. Wasn't there some shooting there yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about that though.
there every day.
Wow, that's
I don't want to talk about it.
We're not here to do that.
Just
All
shooting
right,
in Coruscant today.
There was a savagery.
There's always a shooting in Coruscant.
You got to expect that. It's an entire city's planet city. I wonder if there's districts like you have to split that up. Is there one mayor to all of Coruscant?
No.
I want answers.
Is Palpatine like just big dick of Coruscant, or like?
The long take of the law. Is there? They have to have their like own police force.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Panaka and all that.
Yeah. Good point.
He's like these.
That's a good point. Who is the police in Star Wars? Is it just
There has to be a military police of some sort, especially on Coruscant.
There was a
Hey,
Coruscant
dude,
guard
these-
of clones.
Also, one thing that I've never heard described or spelled out is the size of the planets. Like, is Coruscant a dwarf planet? It's just small, and that's why it's a big city? How big is Tatooine? Is it one big bitch, and it's just dusty as fuck?
It's a good question.
These
For
are
another time.
good points.
You look this shit
A lot
up
of
on
that stuff
Wikipedia.
was in like books before, but it's all like not canon. So it's probably true, but not technically canon either.
I feel like small stuff like that, it's
I
not
don't have that
uncanonized. Well, technically it is, but it's still accepted until it's changed.
Yeah.
Just not on their radar to go back and officialize that.
How big is Tatooine? No one cares. We're on Jakku now.
I care.
Oh, excuse me, Zora.
Excuse me. You think we're gonna go back to Tatooine or Naboo in Episode 9?
I guarantee you, in some type of flashback, we're going to see Tatooine.
Why does that have to be a flashback with you, Obi-Wan?
Why does it always got to be a flashback? Because Luke is confirmed for Episode 9.
Yeah,
so he's got to be.
fucking ghost.
Yeah, but he's going to be on Tatooine.
Or
Or fucking desert planets.
Yeah. I think it makes more sense to be on Naboo for like Leia's funeral or some shit like that.
Dude. Oh, so I was watching Episode 5. I forgot to say this last episode.
Why would you watch Episode 5?
I don't know if you guys listened to the most recent episode, but I was kind of bitching and moaning about
yeah,
Episode
you were
5.
trolling about it, I thought.
And there was one point where I was just like, why didn't they even put in that Luke was cold on Hoth? It makes so much sense. He was born on the beaches of.
Oh, like he would have.
He never even mentioned like it's kind of fucking cold out here because I'm not from here. I'm from Tunisia.
He's just like, what's this snow shit?
But even in Episode 1, cold, sir. Like they thought that much through in Episode 1, but in Episode 5, they're like, yeah, he just has jackets.
He only says he feels cold. He only says he feels cold when his jacket's off, though. He's got his sleeveless shirt on. That's why.
Arm hair over here.
Mm-hmm.
This guy.
No, in all seriousness, I think he actually does have his jacket off when he's on. Initially, gets on.
It's just like a obvious thing that like they should have say. It's kind of fucking cold out here.
Well, Ray gets all whimsical.
I've never seen so much green
with the rain coming off the Falcon.
Wait, what?
In Episode 8, when it's raining on the island, she like has that moment where she like touches the rain and is like all giggly because she's never fucking seen rain before.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's right. Very subtle, but yeah, she does. Yeah.
But she knows how to swim. What the fuck's up with that?
That's right. It's a plot hole. God.
Oh, that doesn't make sense.
Wait, when she's swimming? Oh, when she falls through the butthole.
That was a dumb like people saw that in the trailer. Were like, how does she know how to swim? Why can she do everything? One of those moments.
She's got a fat ass. It naturally floats. Like she doesn't have.
Because it's all social justice warrior shit.
It's just an instant reaction, like so you don't drown.
But people do drown. That's the thing.
Yeah, because they don't know how to swim.
Some people are also idiots.
Yeah. She's been swimming in all that quicksand.
That's true. They have to have. Is there not weather? Like, is that what we're assuming? Like on Tatooine, it does not rain, or is like just parts of Tatooine? Is there a southern hemisphere with like rainforest and shit?
It doesn't rain on Tatooine.
There's just no moisture.
No, there's no rain on Tatooine. That's why they have moisture farms. Because
I mean,
it rains on Tatooine.
It makes sense, but I mean, picture this: like if it didn't rain in the United States, we would still have moisture farms because.
You gotta have water. You gotta have water.
You gotta have water.
You gotta have water. Well, look at
just don't fucking settle on Tatooine where there's no water.
Well, look at Jakku.
Look at LA.
Same thing.
Look at LA.
There used
LA
to be.
has to get water.
Fuck that all up.
Well, look how Ray reacted when she saw rain for the first time.
Yeah, we just said that. Yeah,
Screaming all over herself. Did you just say that? Oh, I had to step away for a
I think you
Screaming all over herself.
I didn't say that part.
Are we back to the bukkake thing, or?
But you guys know I love Ray now. You know Ray's my girl. So.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So.
See, it's like it's so obvious. Luke started on a desert planet with no moisture, and now he's on Hoth, and he didn't say I'm cold.
Or mention it, or be like amazed by the snow.
It literally could have been this. Whoa.
Yeah.
Like I would have been. Oh yeah, he's obviously cold because he's from desert planet.
Hello, buddy. You read me?
I mean,
But his father was.
Hey,
His father was cold. Remember when he
cold-hearted? He was a cold-hearted bitch.
Anakin was cold.
Yeah,
Cold, sir. Very cold, sir.
See?
I know what you're saying, but my assumption always is there's stuff that happens off screen that we just don't see. We don't need to see him go, oh, fuck, it's freezing.
Pothole. But it's not.
Hurry with the hot cocoa, asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
I've always just assumed.
Warm. I need warm bantha milk. Motherfucker. Give me a shot. Warm me up, bitch. From the gonads up.
The gonads.
Everybody can tell me to stop talking just because I'm a host. Like, what the fuck?
Shut up. Oh, man.
I'm surprised you're drinking beer, Mopar. That's impressive after yesterday, man. You're a savage.
Dude, you were the only hammered one last night. Let me get that out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you were blasted.
Oh, really? That's how
we got to Denny's, and we almost got kicked out just because he wouldn't shut his mouth.
We almost got kicked out of the Denny's in celebration because I was hammered.
Every time we walk into Denny's, he's like, what time does the kitchen close? And they all look at him like, oh, no one said that before.
That's a great joke, man.
She literally looked at him and said, so you're going to be that guy?
Oh, I'm sure I'm saying that too.
Every time he walks in, what time's the kitchen close?
That joke. Oh, my God. Yeah, every time we go to Denny's, somebody is hammered.
And it wasn't an anomaly last night. Kerner did not finish his food.
Oh, my fuck.
Pancake. Pancakes are my kryptonite. Pancakes fuck, or, yeah.
Pancakes fucking.
Pancakes are so filling.
Just a bag of flour in your stomach.
Yeah.
That's actually, yeah, they fuck me too. If I have like one thing awful, I'm done for like next 24 hours. I just take it.
Yeah, I know.
It's on myself. Isn't there Jim? Who's the stand-up comedian? The really pale white guy. Jim
Gaffigan.
Jim Gaffigan. He doesn't he talk about that? Like I had pancakes this morning. Looks like I'm not going to shower today. Like it throw out everything it ruins your plan.
I used to go to put down some serious pancakes. I think I had 8 earlier. That pizza, that was a lot of food too.
He had an entire pizza, and then we went to Denny's. By the way.
Well, that was like 9 hours later.
9 hours? No way.
It was kind of close. We got downtown around noon. We got to Denny's around 3 a.m. So.
No, it wasn't that late.
No, it wasn't.
We literally are driving home, and it was like, oh my God, it's only 11:45.
He's like, let's go out for more drinks. We're like, no. That ain't happening.
I know. I was kidding. Oh, I throw it out there and see how people respond.
I was kidding, but if someone agreed with me.
Drop me off in Willoughby. I'll Uber back.
I'll find my way.
Uber.
I'll figure it out.
I love Uber.
That's a bad idea.
This is what happened. We went to downtown Cleveland. It's called the Flats, where there's like a bunch of bars along the shore of Lake Erie. And the first thing we do is we go and eat pizza, and then we go around a corner, and Kerner's like, well, this is where I threw up 2 weeks ago. It was like this shipping dock.
He's like having a tour of all Kerner's.
He's like, I was going to walk into this door, and I said, oh, no. And then he just projectile vomited.
That is exactly what happened. But that was a different – like yesterday was not a good representation. The weather sucked. It's way different. It was much better in the summer, like everything. Oh,
and low-key, the Great Lakes Science Center, the Cleveland Science Center, it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
So
it's so fun and so interesting. It's like a very hands-on science center. So you go in there and like play with lasers and bend shit with wind and oh my God. It's so cool. It's
break
so cool.
through a blast door with a lightsaber.
Nice. It's so fun. I would go there by myself just to fuck with shit. They do like different radio waves and
we should go to Kosai. They have a after dark once a month.
I've been to Kosai.
Gets hammered.
It's trash.
You're trash.
Well, I love those.
I was trash.
Done one of those IMAX movie things, but I didn't at the time. Those are sweet.
Phantom Menace. Cold, sir.
Awesome movie. Cold, sir. Very cold.
He brought it. Oh my God. So Commander just brought up Phantom Menace and clicked, and it's child Anakin in the Jedi Council getting. Nice. You were like 30 seconds away from your random click on the bar. Wow, this looks so great. Funny. By the way, this looks This is the Blu-ray version, clearly.
Guys, I like the Phantom Menace a lot.
I love the Phantom Menace.
No, you're balls deep in the Phantom Menace. I know.
She's only supposed to be 14 there.
Did you like change your order at one point to have the Phantom Menace like really high?
Yeah, it's like 4th or 5th.
It has to be above 4, right?
I thought you even had it higher than that at one point.
I think you were pissed off one night. Put it at like 2 or 3 or something.
Oh yeah, one day you just got hammered. You're like, number 1, clearly episode 1 doesn't it make sense. Duh.
Yeah, a few beers and like everyone hates the prequel. I'm sick of it. Phantom Menace is the best one.
The more you get, the more into Phantom Menace you are.
We haven't done our ranks in a while.
Phantom Menace, though. There's a special thing about the Phantom Menace, and I bring this up all the time when I'm talking about Phantom Menace with people. The main character of the Phantom Menace is Newt Gunray. Newt Gunray is the most important character in that fucking movie. Because without Newt Gunray, the whole grand plan of Plagueis would never have happened. Because Palpatine needed Newt Gunray and the Trade Federation to do the whole grand plan.
Well, he needed someone to point fingers at. Like the Trade Federation's fucking up.
No, not just that.
Bucko's about to go fucking on you.
The Trade Federation.
This is a Nobukaki zone.
Listen to me now. The Trade Federation was the most powerful entity in the galaxy at that time. They had the most money. They had the most money. Okay? Listen to me. Fucking listen to me. Bucko. They had the most money, and they were the most powerful.
His audio is cutting. You can't hear
Thanks
you.
a lot for muting me.
No, it wasn't me. Hands. That was not me.
That was the globalist. It was Mr. Globalist. That's who it was.
It was, man.
I think maybe not the
He told me to.
Maybe not the most pivotal character. Well, maybe the most pivotal character, but it wasn't about. Episode 1 was about him.
I didn't say it was about him, but he was the most important character in the movie.
I don't know what it would like. If you had to like say episode 1 is about, like what
I didn't say it was about him. I'm not talking about that shit anymore.
I mean, that's one of the arguments that's one of the arguments Red Letter Media has about that movie. As much as that review is joking, like who is actually the main character in that movie?
Like what I'm saying, like if you had like one sentence, what is the episode 1 about? You're like,
intrigue.
Like the Senate corruption, maybe, or like
intrigue. It's all about intrigue and underhanded backdoor deals. That's what Phantom Menace is about.
Like Game of Thrones.
But there's like hope too, because you find child Anakin and he's like naturally born from moisture evaporators.
I mean, I would say Qui-Gon's the main character just because he's the one who does like
this. He dies.
Finds Anakin die. Yeah, he
dies. So
you can kill the main character.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, it sucks because Obi-Wan's a part of it, and he's like the only one you relate to because you know Obi-Wan Kenobi. But he's also only in like 3 scenes, and he's just complaining about the wardrobe. And you're like, why am I watching this?
Oh,
have you stuck there a very long time?
What if they really were? What if they were like stuck there for 2 years?
They would just Qui-Gon would just go kill somebody and steal his fucking ship and then get out of there.
That's true. The living Force told me to cut you in half and take your money.
You guys are just anti-Namidian. That's what the problem is. You're
racist. I thought it was Namidian.
You're racist against the Namidians. That's what the problem is.
Neomordians?
That's fine.
I thought it was Neomordians. I thought it was
Gunray is a Namidian.
The new Gunray is a Nimrod.
Namidian.
I'm actually playing the Force Unleashed 2 right now, and one of the cheap modes you can play as an Nemodian. I should do that. Run around this fucking new Gunray with 2 lightsabers.
The Transhadans. Oh, this is where Master Qui-Gon, I don't get it. Dude, Plagueis is watching this scene from his like steeple.
According to the Plagueis book, he's still alive at this point.
Yeah, it's in the book. He watches, or maybe it's Palpatine, but it's in Plagueis' room. He sees this happening. He says, I see like little young Skywalker walk out and talk to...
Well, Palpatine gets him drunk. After Palpatine gets the nomination for the Senate, he takes Plagueis out. They get drunk. No, he gets Plagueis drunk.
Yeah.
Then he takes Plagueis to his apartment and he kills him.
You fucking bang.
Plagueis know how to party, man.
Yeah,
it was like a bukkake / murder.
Yeah. So So Plagueis is alive halfway through Phantom Menace.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We just don't see him.
Yeah.
See, the rule of 2 is so weird because Plagueis opens up with
Venomous.
Well, Venomous, but then Venomous dies, and then you get
Venomous doesn't die.
Venomous dies.
I will.
He keeps Venomous alive. Palpatine goes and kills Venomous.
Oh, that's right. Well, he's not he's not functional.
No,
he's a prisoner of death.
He's in that tube. He's in a Bacta tank.
What does that mean? Explain.
I've never been a prisoner of death. I can't explain it.
You win.
But they're like the rule of 2 is so quickly broken because there's Plagueis, Sidious, and Maul all, and they actually talk about it like we shouldn't keep him, but also I'm gonna kind of train him because he could be useful. And like right off the bat, we're talking about Plagueis being kind of like the culmination, him and Sidious, of the rule of 2, and they immediately like halfway through the book they're like, we'll just bring someone else on too.
And how early does Dooku come in?
Dooku's in it a little bit. Yeah, Dooku's in it like a small scene with Qui-Gon, and they're talking about this isn't going to work. The Jedi are going to fail. We need to be proactive. We can't just sit around and wait, basically. And Sidious is like, I agree. Here's my business card.
I feel like that rule is just constantly broken with Savage Press, Sage.
Well, that's supposed to be. I've heard that's supposed to be the downfall of Sidious. Like he could have ruled. He could have ruled for hundreds of years, but instead he had to train so many motherfuckers, and it changed different courses. And
Bane is looking on from the grave, pissed.
30 years. We hid for 1,000 years. All you could do was 30.
That's not a good ratio.
That's not a good ratio.
Terrible conversion.
It's actually the end of this motherfucker.
What? Hey, how's it going? Anybody getting down with Making a Murderer season 2?
Yes.
I haven't seen season 1 yet. Should I check it out?
Oh, fuck.
You're gonna be it is the most dramatic and pissed off you can ever get. Like if you watch it, you'll be like, none of this makes sense, and this shit still happens. Why? And then episode or season 2 comes out, and you're like, how can this get any worse? Oh, it does. It's a nightmare.
Watch it.
It's worth a watch. Definitely,
It's
easily.
really good.
You know what happens when I get emotional about shit? You guys get a ton of long messages in the group chat about Star Wars shit I'm thinking about.
Did he say words?
I don't know.
What were you talking about? Must have been in that Iowa State accent.
Wait, did you mute yourself again? No, what'd you say?
What'd you say?
I can't remember.
Oh my god, dude.
You watched the low bar. I have a really good point. This is what it is. What'd you say? What was it? I don't know.
I wind smoked like 10 minutes ago. So.
I was gonna say your eyes look glossy as fuck. You globalist shell.
How can you see his eyes in this fucking camera with his lighting?
You got that Alakazam, man.
You're downwind. You can smell it, motherfucker.
That's from the Halloween movie. I don't think anyone's seen that here besides me.
I saw it, and it's amazing. Amazing.
Okay, never mind. You understood the joke then. Remember the Alakazam part?
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good things. You guys,
it's amazing. It's an amazing fucking movie.
It's like a 3 out of 3. You have to fucking see it, whether you like this shit or not. Cool.
Yes. I loved it. Yeah.
I'm excited.
I still haven't seen Venom.
Dude, Venom's so cool.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
it's really fucking cool. It's fun.
We still haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp.
That doesn't matter.
I'm way behind on movies.
Have you seen A Star Is Born yet, Cody? You fuck.
Yeah, I cried my fucking eyes out.
Dude, that movie's so good.
How about that shit?
God, that movie's amazing.
It was good. It was sad as fuck, though.
Absolutely amazing movie.
The drama that Star Wars is missing.
It's the fact that it did end that way.
It literally, all you need to do is throw lightsabers in and put speeders in the background, and you could make a Star Wars movie that's that good.
Yeah. Yeah, something like super dramatic like that would be cool.
People get too, I think, not people, but Disney and even Lucasfilm, they got too wrapped up in it has to be a science fiction film. No, it could be a drama that takes place on Tatooine. It could be.
I agree.
I'm just saying.
I agree. The music was really good. Actually, my wife and I were playing that song earlier today.
The soundtrack?
Yeah.
We played it in a car drunkenly last night.
No, we were playing it. Like.
Oh, you play it?
Like on my guitar and with her voice.
Like Shallow and shit?
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called.
Shallow is like the first song they sing.
By the way, that's a terribly written song.
No, it's not.
I hate the lyrics or how they sing that. Hello. Like, how many times do you got to say shallow? Can't you just say shallow?
Stop.
All right. Stop it.
Well, episode 3 did have the
No, and it wasn't great. It wasn't great.
You guys ever hear about the other episode 3 ending they talked about doing instead? They were going to have Padme have a knife on Mustafar, but they eventually cut it.
Wait, say that? Well, so what was it?
What?
That would have been cool as fuck.
She was going to have a knife on Mustafar.
And do what with it?
An attempt to kill Anakin.
Oh, shit. Whatever.
Yeah, so it's something they eventually cut. I can find a video
No,
on.
I actually kind of like that. So we were actually talking about this, like Romeo and Juliet. They could have done – it could have been like a hidden classical thing where Juliet's supposed to be sleeping or something, and Romeo kills himself, and then she wakes up and sees him dead. She's like, what the fuck? And it could have been something – they didn't have to do that, but it could have been something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Would have been cool.
You brought that knife to kill me? Yeah, it ain't spreading butter, bitch. Like, this shit's sharp.
That would have made sense for him choking her, though. More than he just sees Obi-Wan like, what the fuck?
That makes sense. Yeah.
I don't know if it was ever actually shot. I don't think it was actually shot. It was just a concept. I think eventually dropped.
Could you imagine, like, his like, face? Like, she whips it out, and she just, like, stops her, like, bitch, didn't you see me floating those pears earlier? What do you think I'm going to do to this? What are you talking about? I float dinners to your face every day. You think you're going to stab me?
Well, I think that concept was a real concept. I think it was killed immediately because why would someone who loves someone else more than life itself attempt to kill him? So that doesn't make sense to me.
So no one else has to suffer?
But it's not Anakin anymore. It's Darth Vader.
Because they become the better.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She dies from a broken heart. She dies from a broken heart. Not from the Force choking. She dies from a broken heart.
No, this guy.
No, I don't know. Whatever.
She had plenty to live for.
I'm the very thing
I guess
to destroy.
I'm about to get relations with that face. Before I get muted again by the globalists.
That's right. Let this man speak. He's got good viewpoints. You guys mute his ass. I'm disrespectful.
You did.
I didn't mute you.
Yes, you did.
No, I don't have the power to do that. I'm not the participant.
You don't have the power. I don't have the power. With my new powers, I will mute everybody.
No, I don't have the power.
Make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I understand, you read this concept or whatever. I understand that, but it doesn't make sense to me for her to attempt to kill him because she loved him so much. He was her world. Her world revolved around Anakin Skywalker. And even when he became Darth Vader, she still loved him because what did she say to him? You're breaking my heart. And then what happens? She dies from a broken heart. Not from the Force choking. She dies because of what he becomes.
That's funny how that's such a huge cop-out. Like no one has.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
She like falls asleep and then doesn't wake up because her husband is pissed.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Why don't you just hide your children and raise them somewhere else? Why would you like?
Because she loved him more than her unborn children.
But she like, saw his search history.
What did I just say? Oh my god! Oh my god! You guys.
Their last interaction on Coruscant, I've always examined because it's like it's interesting. Like that's their last interaction before Mustafar. When Anakin's justifying everything he's doing. Oh, they tried to murder Palpatine. She says, I can't believe that. And then he's totally justified everything he's did. Basically lying to himself, obviously. But
I killed the younglings. They were using my personal bathroom. I didn't know what else to do. Like, don't shit in my shitter, motherfucker. Wow. That's a Skywalker. What we're going to do? You're going to stop living because that's my shitter, bitch.
Well, she didn't know that yet. She didn't know that until Obi-Wan told her.
But how about that tough 12-year-old youngling who came out and whacked out like 4 fucking clones?
Yeah, George Lucas' son, Jet Lucas.
Yeah, I know who he is. I know
Raider killing my clone brother.
Son of a bitch. That little guy was a tough son of a bitch.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, Yoda should have taken him and trained his ass instead of fucking Luke.
You hate Luke, God.
I do hate Luke.
Makes too much sense.
He's such a bitch.
I don't hate Luke. I don't hate Luke Skywalker. I just think that people have put Luke Skywalker higher than what he really is.
He's on a pedestal, yeah.
He's handicapped as fuck.
I just don't believe that he's this phenomenal figure in our Star Wars saga that people make him out to be.
But he is groundbreaking.
He was in The Last Jedi. Look how he acts in The Last Jedi.
Sorry.
Looking.
He's pissed.
Sorry.
He's pissed off. He's 70 years old. His dick don't work no more. He's like, fuck this shit.
He's fat.
He's not fat.
The one thing that Luke has going for him is
goes out to here.
He wasn't trained by like the Jedi Council. Like he was the last hope, so he doesn't have that dogmatic, narrow-minded motherfucker view. Well, this is the
I
end.
always thought it was sweet how Luke literally uses Force choke against the Gamorreans. I always thought that was sweet.
It's not forced choke.
Yeah, it is.
I'm into believing they were being choked.
Oh.
Colonel, what were you talking?
He stucks his hand out like that.
What are you talking about?
When Luke Force chokes the Gamorreans on Tatooine when he walks in Jabba's palace, he literally sticks